50 useless facts in Fortnite. The Family Guy crossover brought us the giant chicken, but use him with a cape and his tail gets amputated. And during the World Cup finals, they blasted confetti to celebrate the winners, except this wasn't your ordinary confetti, it was llama heads. The Xenomorph skin has a second mouth that comes out at the weirdest moments, like when you're doing the gritty. Next time you watch Breaking Bad, you might hear a familiar sound. You're not hallucinating, it's the same one. If you think food is expensive in real life, wait until you visit Pizza Pit. A closer look at the menu and you realize that Tomato Head is charging $70 for bread rolls. Okay, let's wash it down with a $99 coffee. No wonder why he keeps going out of business. A good value is the Beast Fang pickaxe. This is the only harvesting tool that gives you 3 items for the price of 1, letting you decide between a regular pickaxe, a dual wield, and a spear with separate animations. Thanks to the Battle Pass layout, I wouldn't blame you if you had no idea the T60 power armor is secretly on tier 60. It's a very clever attention to detail. Did you know there's a way to create a secret cosmetic wheel? You just need a ton of built-in emotes. With the right combination of outfit, pickaxe, and back bling, Fortnite activates the bonus wheel. If you have card drop equipped, pay attention to it. This might seem like a regular emote, but it's secretly customizable. Depending on your banner, it'll display a different icon, and even the color affects it. So yeah, you get the Peter Griffin cards around. Probably the goofiest feature in your locker is reserved for OG cosmetics. Usually they say when an item first dropped, but these ones were introduced in Chapter Fortnite OG, Season Fortnite OG. Creative Royale might be deleted, but it was useful for one thing, confirming the speed of Fortnite's battle bus. Over the years, fans have tried to figure this out, doing extreme math and equations just to measure its speed. But in the settings, the default option revealed that the battle bus officially flies over the map at 50 meters a second or 111 miles per hour. Maybe you'd prefer swinging over driving, and one of the strangest features Fortnite has ever added, you could web sling using crows. Lazy Links is a pretty OG POI, but that doesn't stop it from having crazy detail. The entire thing is accurate to real golf courses. In fact, you could follow the path to play an entire game of golf from hole 1 through 9. The Flash is known for super speed, so of course most people will miss the secret in his emote. Did you catch it? Yes, while Flash is busy eating a burger, he is also reading a comic that Epic designed just for a few seconds. It's a custom food fight comic, which even has the Party Royale map for some reason. In Chapter 2, these Spire crystals were essential to the story quests, but a ton of people walked straight past them. Well, if you ping their location, the game would say, "Huh?" Yeah, I'm equally as confused here. Fortnite had no reason to do this, but if you change Hades' edit style, it doesn't just affect the outfit color. Performing his built-in emote, you'll quickly realize it adapts to the choice you made. The block was one of our first experiences making custom POIs, so it's only fitting the stone slab was secretly the creative logo. Fortnite gave both Venoms a scythe pickaxe, not realizing this makes 0 sense. Venom himself admits this.
He has got you have never seen.
Only other symbiotes like Rye could pull this off. It's kind of the whole plot of the film, and yet I guess in Fortnite, anything is possible. Mega City is one of the most detailed POIs we have ever had. Even the rain was next gen, with water literally flowing down the side of the buildings and forming puddles. Not everything has that much thought put into it. Remember the free guy emote that was given out to players? Well, thank goodness it was free, because this might be the laziest emote of Fortnite. At the GDC presentation from 2019, fans noticed that Epic were showing off an all too familiar animation.
You can see as she points, the claw is open.
One of our first storyline outfits was AIM, and while we know him as a playing robot, there's an unreleased style where he's just wearing green pants for some reason. What? Never came out, and to make it more confusing, the only time this appeared was during a Marshmello concert. In the early days, instead of designing entire loading screens, Fortnite would just get concept art for outfits and weapons and put those in battle passes instead. This happened throughout the entirety of Chapter 1 before the whole idea was abandoned. The Cube trailer has an interesting mistake which only exists for a couple seconds. Throughout you'll see Torrin just running around fighting, except for one shot when she has to rescue a teammate.
Of your army.
Very weird, right? The skull mask looks way different than we remember. And that's because this is the censored Fortnite China version, somehow making its way into the shot. Now that I've learned about the secret of Fatal Fields, I can never unsee it. As you probably know, the original BR map was designed by a tiny team of devs, which explains why Anarchy Acres is literally the same same POI with the buildings rearranged. In the same year, the game was a massive craze, leading international soccer players like Antoine Griezmann to celebrate their World Cup goals like this. Did you know he loved this dance so much he literally got a custom Fortnite chain, setting him back $20,000. JB Chimpanski is a Soviet-era astronaut, so you're probably wondering what he wrote on his arm. Is it an important message about the moon, a memory of his life's work? Well, it actually translates to "get off my lawn," so he's a cranky old man, I guess? You're probably familiar with the onesie skin. She's a pretty classic Season 7 outfit, but originally she was meant to release in the item shop. Months before her reveal, leakers discovered her with an entirely different face. Speaking of Battle Pass characters, Jules is extremely popular, but a lesser known fact is hiding on her drum gun. It says F equals MA, which is Newton's second law of motion. And to make things even cooler, Jules' own name has a double meaning. As Midas's daughter, it makes sense that she'd be named Jules, you know, kind of like the treasure. But it's also a unit of energy, which totally adds up considering her owl is called Ohm. As for a hidden name, there was a crossover we really should have predicted. For months, people were trying to figure out what weird object was in the files, although we probably should have known it was literally Stranger Things, not exactly the hardest code name to crack. We still don't know the answer to a mystery from Chapter 3. There was a huge POI named Command Cavern, and through the wall, the IO had a gigantic vault door. We were confused by these noises, so we worked to figure out what was lurking behind the vault. The theories were crazy. Was it Klombo, a new IO boss, maybe the reveal of a new season? But I guess we'll never know, as Epic moved on without telling us. Not the only mistake they've made. The Haydeen chariot is a glider, which seems pretty self-explanatory. Except when you go into your locker and decide to view your umbrellas, it doesn't go away. It's a little obvious this is not an umbrella, but I guess Fortnite thinks otherwise. Well, that's a funny glitch. Players are more confused watching Travis Scott's concert. It's always fun to look back on old events until you pay close attention with someone wearing an insignia back bling. This was a Fortnite China exclusive, which doesn't exist anymore. And neither do rap descriptions. You're definitely familiar with "show your style," the classic sentence that every rap gets. Well, not all of them. In Chapter 2 Season 5, the Battle Pass was full of items like the Pancake Posse, which was the most important meal of the day, and Wildheart, whose colors desire combat. They started writing descriptions in the Battle Pass, then just gave up and never did it again. Epic do stick to their word though. Back in Chapter 1, they gave us the Driftboard, a vehicle that was advertised as limited time. Well, that was kind of ironic considering it was the only one to not get vaulted for the whole of Chapter 1. And I am never gonna unsee the mistake with the emote wheel. If you check out the bottom, the controls are all typed out in 3 different fonts, and none of them are the same. Why, Epic? I also have to know why Silver Surfer's rap has been ready for almost 1,400 days. This is fully complete and ready to drop, and despite the fact Silver Surfer has come back over 100 times, it never releases with him. Every so often, Fortnite will update the newsfeed telling us to get social. While you're busy reading how to add friends with the sidebar, look closely at the image. You can see Peely and Jones playing together as a duo, one of the best partnerships in Fortnite. And I don't even know how this mistake happened, but in Season 8, Hypernova dropped in the store. Except his backbling looked super different to his design. It was a sunflower, which made no sense, only for players to realize this was not his backbling at all. Epic put the wrong one in the set, and when they fixed the error, they let players keep the sunflower for free. If you own Red Nose Raider, things could have been very different. In the first holiday trailer, fans noticed her running from a snowball launcher, except under her shirt, you could spot some kind of turtleneck. Totally clashed with the rest of the outfit, and clearly this design was dropped as it never saw the light of day. Players wish that a classic feature was still around though. Did you know that in the early days of Chapter 1, your skins would lip sync to voice chat?
Oh my god, the Fortnite characters talk when you talk!
If you're wearing the Ageless Explorer and something about him just feels so familiar, it's probably his lobby pose. Put it side by side with Anakin Skywalker and say what? We are 6 years into Fortnite, and it's only recently that we got the first Contrail ever to play music. Metallica's Lightning Dropper makes landing on the island feel special. One of the coolest battle passes we've ever had was the Midas season, and part of that is because of the cutscenes. Every time you were introduced to a new character, they would have an entire opening. Most of them were the same for everyone except for Brutus. Depending on which style you chose, Ghost or Shadow, it would change his animation. 5 events have always been shrouded in mystery, but their code names have a pretty simple answer. Operation Skyfire was known as Kiwi, Rift Tour was called Buffet, while Zero Crisis was Yogurt. There's an ongoing theme here, and it's not just foods. These are actually the exact thing the devs were eating that day for lunch. You might not realize this because rarities were hidden, but there's a brand new series in Fortnite which nobody is talking about. When you go in the item shop and select a car crossover like McLaren or Lamborghini, look in the corner, it shows their exclusive rarity. There's even exclusive blueprints for every build. When you equip your paper and pencil, the 3 building materials will actually appear on the blueprint in front of you. The neat addition that you could barely see. In fact, these builds were originally used for making forts and save the world. Just like most of BR, the assets are ported over including shield potions, except instead of being a drink, they were just a resource called spectral mineral powder. Going back even further in time, the bandage was something hardly anyone's seen. It originally looked like this, being completely dirty and definitely not safe to put on an open wound. If you own the Mako glider, consider yourself extremely lucky. This was meant to be the rarest glider in Fortnite, only being sold in the season shop by reaching level 25. Yeah, this is only available in 2017, the first season of the game, yet when they introduced the item shop, Epic messed up. They accidentally put this in the store for one day, which is like if they put Renegade Raider in here or something. It was a huge disaster. So while you might have Mako, there is a 100% chance you're watching this and don't own this pickaxe. The Axe of Champions is the only cosmetic in Fortnite that no one is allowed to own, as it gets rewarded for the winner of FNCS for a limited time. The champion loses it once someone else wins, making it the rarest item in the entire game. I'd rather get my hands on Fortnite magazine, especially the edition Deadpool has. Kinda just because it names Peely as the banana of the year. I guess there's really not that much competition though. And it's 50 useless facts in Fortnite. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.